Welcome, everybody, and future Eagle hopefuls. We've got a full cast of characters here to help you out with some information on our virtual information session. We're going to talk about admissions. We're going to talk about our different programs, exploring different pathways for careers, financial aid help, and anything else that you want information on, we'll be glad to provide it. This is very interactive, so if you've got questions or comments, please feel free to type them in the chat if you're on the WebEx, or use a microphone when we have a natural break in the conversation. We'll be glad to do those. And for those of you on other media platforms like Facebook, feel free to type them in the questions or comments in there. We've got somebody monitoring those as well. So again, this is Central Texas College, our virtual information session. We're here to provide information on everything you need to know about getting started at CTC. So the first thing I thought I'd do is I thought I'd share a video about our areas of study. It's just a brief video, so let me make sure my settings are still correct. And I am correct there. And so click that and we'll share this video and get it rolling.
Welcome to the
all those all the commercials with YouTube nowadays drives me crazy. I apologize. There we go. We're back. All right. With the takeaway from that video was we have several different, six different program options, but there are two career paths. One is designed to get you an associate's degree here, move on to a four-year degree, a four-year university. The other is to get you right out in the working world in your career path. And so to help us talk about some of those things, I've got Dr. Angela Reese, who's in the middle of my Brady Bunch screen. And at the top of my Brady Bunch screen is Dr. Chastity Clemens. She is a professor in our business department. Both of them, as a matter of fact, work in our business department. So if you guys will talk about the different Explore programs, the different areas in each one of those six categories, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Yes, sir. We would be happy to. Good afternoon, Eagles and future Eagles. Thank you for taking the time to be here with us today. As Bruce mentioned, Dr. Clemens and myself are both faculty members in the Business Administration Department. So if you have specific questions about business, have you come to the right CTC Live? We will also talk to you about some of the other programs of study. As Bruce mentioned, please type your questions in the chat. Let us know what you're interested in studying so that we can make sure that we focus on exactly what you are interested in. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. And as I'm doing this, I want you to, of course, know which way or how to get to where we are going. So give me just a second to get my screen up and running. And what I'm going to do, even though I'm already on this web page, is go back just to the CTC homepage so that you know how to get there. So if you have not been to our homepage just yet, it is ctcd.edu. And there is a lot of wonderful information that is available on this website. One thing that I'm going to direct you to, though, are the Explore academic programs. So if you'll go over to the upper right hand side of the screen, and I'm kind of circling my mouse, you can see I'm landing on Explore academic programs. Once you click on that, it's going to take you to the homepage for this program. So at the very top is the video that Bruce just showed you, just an introduction into really what the programs of study are. And we do have 6. This isn't something that we created. It is something that was created by the state to help group together similar types of programs of study. Just so you know, though, when you're exploring our website, we have about 20 different academic departments. So as mentioned, Professor Clemens and I are in the business administration. That also includes accounting, homeland security, paralegal, logistics, a great deal of hospitality. Professor Clemens, which one am I missing? Real estate.
Real estate.
Real estate. There we go. And so while we are grouped together that way in our business department, these programs of study, again, are grouped the way that the state has clustered them together of similar areas of interest. So the first one that we have is arts in humanities and media. So you can see that there is a video that you can watch. We're not going to watch each one of these, but if you're interested in this area, you could explore that video and watch all the great resources that are there. Below that, you will see specific degree programs. So the things that fall under this program of study would be communication and media technology, which actually is under the business department, drama, graphics and printing, journalism, languages, music, social science, and visual arts. So I am going to click on graphics and printing. So as I select graphics and printing, this is actually one of those programs, as Bruce mentioned, that is here to get you ready for the workforce. So this is one that you could come explore, take classes that are specifically designed to getting started with your beyond your education journey and into the workforce. As you can see here, we have careers, potential earnings, and also market growth rates. And each one of these 6 is going to have this little intro into it. And as we scroll down even further, and I'll try not to go too fast so that doesn't make you dizzy. In this area, we have what you see, the CC, that is a certificate. So we have different certificates in graphics and printing that lead into a graphics and printing associate of applied science, that AAS. So that AAS, that's telling you that this is one of those workforce education degrees. As Bruce mentioned, we have those that are designed associate degrees to where you complete 2 years with us. Primarily, it's core classes. There's 42 hours on your core with a few courses designed specifically for that degree that then help you transfer to a university. We also have degrees such as this AAS, Associate of Applied Science, that are designed to get you workforce ready. But the great news is that a lot of the universities have now decided to work with us and make it even easier for you to have additional opportunities. So you could continue on even within AAS and move into getting a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, a doctorate degree, whatever you would like to explore. So I'm going to go back now and I'm going to turn over business to Professor Clemens.
Thank you. Thank you. So as she scrolls over to the business Department of the Business section, I just want to tell you, just to mimic what she was saying as far as an AAS, don't let that discourage you, especially if you're looking to get right back into the workforce and then try to work while you're going to school, because I actually hold an AAS and I currently finished my doctorate. So do know there are lots of universities that definitely accept AASs, but if you want to go the pure academic route, you're going to have to choose your AAs. So this would be the same as before, but this is the business and business technology. Again, we also have a video that goes into what we're about. Below it, you will see that we have underneath this title, accounting, business, culinary arts or hospitality, also cybersecurity, which is really big. I will tell you, I just was learning a few things about cybersecurity, and is really growing and new jobs are being created as we speak for this field. So information technology as well, looking at logistics and supply management, as well as network cloud support and cybersecurity, looking at network systems administration, office technology, project management, and then real estate. So if you will drill into the business link for me, Dr. Reese. Inside the business link, you're going to see our different degrees that we have, as well as certificates. And just like the previous, you can choose to take a certificate, build upon your certificates in order to achieve a degree. So here are just some potential jobs that you may get by earning a degree. Thank you. Some of them could be a frontline supervisor. And I know a lot of places don't require you to have a degree, but I would tell you, working with Fortune 500, 1,000 companies, having a degree, at least an associate's degree in management or business, is going to give you a leg up, and not into just a shift supervisor or a frontline manager. You could look into middle management and so forth. Human resources, definitely human resources is a great field to get into right now, especially working in equality and equity and diversity. So this will give you a great jump start to that bachelor's degree. Scrolling down, if you know that you definitely have an idea of what university that you want to transfer to in mind, you can definitely look at our degree as far as our business administration. Again, this would focuses on your core. So you're going to get your sciences, your histories, your math, and so forth. And there's going to be a few classes that are focused on the field, but this will get you directly into a four-year university, of course, if you have the grades correctly. And then business management, it is still an associate's degree, but it's more of your technical. So most of your classes, pretty much majority of your classes are going to be geared towards business, towards management, supervision, human resources. You're going to get a plethora of different topics that fall underneath business management, how to start a business, how to run your business. Again, this does not mean that you cannot transfer to a four-year university. I always tell my students to work backwards. So if you have an idea of what school you want to go to, check where your bachelor is and make sure they do take our degrees here at CTC. And again, just to mimic, again, I have that AAS from Central Texas College. And I went to a four-year school that didn't make me back up and take additional courses. I went right into being a junior. So you just got to do a little research on where you want to be for your four-year degree. What was really great about that technical degree is now it gave me the ability to start and own and operate an e-commerce business. If you scroll down, we have some other certificates. And what I love about CTC is that if you get an associate's degree, especially in the business department, you automatically get to collect these certificates. So when you put on your resume that you received a associate's degree, you also get to add certificates as well. So those are the certificates that are offered within our business degrees. Back over to you, Dr. Reese.
Thank you, Dr. Clemens, and try not to make anyone too dizzy as I'm scrolling back up to the top to go to our third program of study. And as Dr. Clemens said, as this is loading, one thing I want to make sure that you honed in on was the fact that she said, when I talk to my students, meaning we want you to interact with us, ask us questions. If you think you're interested in business, but you're not sure just yet, contact us. We can talk to you about different career opportunities and see what might be of interest for you, or even suggest a class that can help you with that. And it's not just us, it's every one of these departments are happy and have faculty that want to interact with you, answer your questions. And we also have a wonderful advising team that can answer questions for you. So ask the questions that are sitting there, you're in deep thought, you're thinking, oh, I'll just get on general studies. Don't do that unless you truly just want to explore some things. That's a great opportunity for you. However, if you know for sure, I want to be in aviation, which is part of our next cluster here, you would definitely want to get on the degree that is going to support that. So our next one is construction, manufacturing, and transportation. And just as before, we have our video, we have all of the different programs that you can go into. We won't read them all to you because I think now we're on our third one. We're kind of understanding how this is set up, but I will go ahead and dive into one of these, and I'm going to go ahead and dive into aviation. So aviation, just because I think that one is just a fascinating field. Same thing here. You can explore, learn more about the program by watching the YouTube video. You can see what our earnings are, which are quite nice. And then as you scroll even further down, same thing here. You can see that you have the ability to get an AAS degree, which again is the one that is ready to get you prepared and into the workforce. One thing that we haven't scrolled into just yet, which I'll do for this program, is I'm going to go ahead and click on Aviation Science for you. And when I click on Aviation Science, I didn't test this ahead of time. Okay, good, it worked. So what you're going to see here is the actual classes that you have to take. It is broken down by the way we, or in this case, the aviation department, suggest that you take the classes and in this order. The reason we do that is because sometimes you're going to have classes prior to taking others that are required for the degree and going in a specific order. Like you can't take the second part of accounting till you take the first part of accounting. It's a prerequisite. Others, it's just what we suggest because we know our degrees, and in order for you to be successful, there are certain things that we would prefer you take first. One thing I want to point out to you, and this, in addition to all of the different classes that you have, on the far left, and my mouse for some reason, at least on my screen, isn't showing me that it's following, but under first semester you see DEGR for the first 4 classes, and then the next one says CORE, or core. So when I said the common core, there's 42 hours that are part of the common core. Those are core classes, and then when you see DEGR, those are ones that are degree specific. So as I said, this just gives you a good look into the actual Associate of Applied Science. It tells you the courses you need, and then it also shows you the breakdown of credits on the far right-hand side. And then at the very bottom, you'll see 60. So sometimes on these, you will see like a 60-62. That just depends on the classes that you choose, if there are some options for you on that degree program. Not all of them are that way, but if so, it would tell you right here under Aviation Science. So Dr. Clemens, oh yes, go ahead, sir.
Quick, Angela, before you go, that the core and degree differentiation is a great point here I'd like to make. The core classes are your basics, like your English, your history, your governments. And that's another great reason to start here at CTC, because whether you go off to A&M, Texas State University, UT Arlington, or wherever, you're going to have to take those English, governments, and histories. So why not start here where they're a little bit more reasonable for your pocketbook, and they're going to transfer there anyway. So it'll save you some dollar, it might save you some time as to get those core classes knocked out here with Central Texas College. All right, go ahead, sorry.
Absolutely, thank you, Bruce. All right, over to you, Dr. Clemens.
Thank you. Thank you. And Bruce is absolutely correct. I know he put it in the chat, talked about we have a lot of agreements. We have what's called articulation agreements with different universities. And you can actually go to our website on that www.ctcd.edu and type in articulation agreement. And you'll see a plethora or a list of all the universities and colleges that we have those articulation agreements with if you're not sure where you want to transfer to. So now we're going to look at the healthcare, and very similar to the previous 3 different ones, you're going to have that video, that introduction video to let you know about that field. Underneath it, again, is the different degrees and certificates that fall underneath healthcare. And so what I want to do is the same way we've been doing is we can go under nursing. And Dr. Reese, if you could click on nursing for me. And again, it's set up exactly the way the previous ones are. It's going to go into information about nursing. It's going to also give you information on the type of jobs you can achieve with this degree. And also it's going to tell you about the different types of degrees and certificates that are offered. So if you look down here as well, you have your associate's degree in nursing. You have your certificates that you can build upon as well. Keep scrolling for me. And then just like how Dr. Reese had showed you, if you click on the blue links, you will see that the degree or the certificate plan will pop up and help you understand the courses that you can take. I do know with nursing, there are some prerequisites that you do have to take to get into the nursing program. But again, those are our core classes, which again, are what you can use for any degree moving forward. And I will tell you that definitely we are cost affordable. I have 3 children who are either bachelor or master holding children. And I would tell you they came to CTC in order to get their core classes in between their summers. So again, utilize the opportunity because our classes do transfer. Back over to you, Dr. Reese.
Thank you, ma'am. And back up we go, nice and slow. No one's getting dizzy today, not on my time. All right, let's go down further past nursing. And off the top of my head, I can't recall which one's next, so we will be surprised together. All right, here we go into public service. All right, so our public service, same as before, we have everything laid out so that you can see the video, and then you can go into each of the different programs. One that I am going to go into is criminal justice. So as we scroll into this one, of course, we will see, just like before, programs, potential careers, as well as the market growth rates and your earnings, as well as the different degrees that are offered. Now, on this one, what I want to do that we haven't touched on just yet is on the right-hand side of the screen, you will see delivery mode. So you see that this is offered at Central Campus. You see that it's offered online, other U.S. locations, Europe, and the list goes on and on for different places that these are available. So in case you did not know, CTC has, last time I looked, 109 locations across the globe. So if you are military affiliated, we are on many military installations across the globe, also on Navy ships, submarines, you name it, we are there. So as you travel around the world, we can travel with you. Even if you're not military affiliated and you are just going elsewhere, we can take your online, or you can take your online classes with you, and we will be right there to support you throughout the entire thing. So many of our degrees are 100% online. So if you do see this online here next to, like for criminal justice, you see Central Campus Day, and then you also see online, meaning that that program is available online. So if that is a worry for you, that you might be moving and can't complete your degree, please know that we have a lot of opportunities for you to continue that regardless of where you go across the globe. And finally, I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. Clemens for our final program.
All right, so the next program is science, technology, engineering, or math. And very simple and simplistic. It's set up just like the previous four are. And your video is going to give you an inside overview of this program. And I actually want to dive into mathematics. So I don't know about you, but I always ask myself this question of, when am I ever going to use this again? So if you like math, geometry, trigonometry, and statistics, and all of that wonderful, wonderful math stuff, this is the field for you. So again, everything's set up the same overview of the math as a video for you to watch, as well as what you could go into as far as earning this degree. And obviously, I would say the median wage would be what's listed there. Scrolling down, one of the things I want to show that we didn't click on was underneath those course descriptions. So we still have the mathematics over there. You'll look at the degree on the right, like Dr. Reese said, is how it's delivered as far as how you can take the course. But underneath course descriptions, if you would click on that real quick, Dr. Reese. So this here will take you to math and all the different courses, and it could break down descriptions of the specific course on that degree plan that Dr. Reese showed you earlier. And this just helps you look at how you can, apply for the courses or register for the courses, what's entailed to the through the courses. And then what's really neat, if you look under the syllabus, if you scroll down on Math 1314, it says it's offered in the fall and the spring, but it says syllabus. You can automatically see what that syllabus requires as far as exams and assignments and discussion boards and so forth. So it kind of gives you an insight of what you're getting into. Again, if you go back to that list where Dr. Reese showed you how the departments kind of suggest which classes to take within which semesters. This will help you kind of hone in on what's required per each class. Sometimes I've had students move one or two around because one seems to be more writing intensive and another one seems to be more applicable. But this is a great tool to help you dig in more for each of the courses.
Thank you, Dr. Clemens. And just so you know, if you do click on that, right, the syllabus, Math 1314, it opened on my computer, but for some reason it is not sharing with y'all. So I think I would have to change the application on this one. So I apologize for that, but trust me, it's there. You can click on it and see it. So that brings us to the end of our Explore programs, unless there is a specific question.
I don't have any in the WebEx, and Maricelli's shaking her head. She has none on her social media platform, so we appreciate that. And again, the two career paths. We want to get you out in the working world, and we want to get you ready for that 4-year degree or beyond. And so we've got the answers for you here. The next obvious step is, well, how do I apply at CTC? How do I get into CTC? CTC is an open admission school, and to talk more about that is Jeff Pyatt, our recruiter.
Hi, folks. Good afternoon. My name is Jeff Pyatt, and I am admissions advisor recruiter for Central Texas College. I'd like to welcome everyone who is here today. If you're a senior, congratulations on your senior year. May 2022 will be here before you know it. Okay, so Bruce, let's visit our website at www.ctcd.edu. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk the students on how to apply for admission. I'm going to talk just a little bit about testing, academic advising, the bacterial meningitis vaccination that we'll need, and then Pearl Creviston will talk to you about financial aid. But the
Okay,
very first thing that you're going to do when you apply for admission is you're going to click the Apply Now button at the top.
we can do that. Mhm.
It's up above that, Bruce. You see the red? Yeah, right there.
Yep,
Click the Apply Now button. Excuse me.
I thought I
And
did.
you're going to have to create an account first before you can submit your application. So you're going to put your first name there, your last name. You need to put a good working email address, and then you need to check that you're not a robot and hit submit. From there, you're going to go check your email address, and when you click on the link from CTC, uh, when you click on the link, it'll say CTC admissions. Bruce, click on the login up at the upper right hand corner.
Okay, there we go.
Do you see that?
I'm getting confused between my left and my right, so yes.
Okay. So click on that.
Done?
When you click on the email from CTC admissions, it's going to say reset password, but actually you're going to create a password. Your username is going to be the email address that you used, and then your newly created password. And then that'll take you into the application so you can apply for admission. What I always tell students, uh, as far as email addresses and things like that, if you have kind of a weird email address, it may get flagged. So if you have a bunch of numbers in there, if you have something like, Big Trucker Guy 94, it's going to be flagged. So don't expect anything from us right away, okay? You're always welcome to email me. It's just the truth. You're always welcome to email me and say, hey, Jeff, can you check the status of my application? It's going to get flagged. So not only for when you apply for admission to CTC, but also when you apply for a job, okay? If you have Big Trucker 94, if you email me, it's going to look like spam. I'm probably not going to open it. It's going to go to trash. So maybe first name, last name. I don't know if Gmail you can do first name dot last name anymore or not. So okay. So when you apply for admission, you're going to have to answer all the questions. You're going to go through. On the left-hand side of the application, you're going to see green circles. And the green circles means that that area is complete. A black and yellow circle means that you're missing something in that area, and a clear circle means that that area hasn't been attempted. When you get down to the bottom, you hit submit. It's going to say 99%, and you hit submit. When you hit submit, it's supposed to take you over to 100%, but sometimes it just doesn't do it because you're missing something and you just don't know it. If you hit the refresh screen, if you look on the left again, you'll see green circles, black and yellow circles, and clear circles. Highlight either the black and yellow circle or the clear circle, and it'll tell you what you're missing. Okay. So the application for admission to CTC does not obligate or bind you to anything. It doesn't cost you anything. It's good for a year. So if you decide that you're going to come to school, you want to apply for the fall of, let's say, the spring of 2022, but you decide you don't want to start the spring of 2022, you want to wait for the summer, your application is good for a year. Okay. It generally takes about 5 to 7 business days to process an application, provided we don't need additional information. Sometimes it may be that we need residency documentation and things like that to establish your residency, because that's going to determine the amount of tuition that you pay. You're either Texas resident in district, Texas resident out of district, or Texas or out of state international, and that's quite a bit of money there. Okay, So I'll put my email address in there in a minute, and you're welcome to email and say, hey, Jeff, can you check the status of my application? And I'll be glad to do that. Before you can register for your classes, you will have to satisfy your testing requirements. We don't require the SAT or the ACT, but if you've taken those, you can submit those documents to us, and we can, the academic advising will determine whether you're college ready or not. If you haven't taken the SAT or the ACT, if you live in Texas, you can take what we call the TSI 2. A lot of folks refer to that as an entrance exam. It's not an entrance exam. It's a placement exam. It determines where you stand academically. Are you college level, or do you need some kind of developmental class? If you need some kind of developmental class, that's okay. Academic advising will suggest that you take those classes, and we have the resources on our campus to help you succeed in, let's say, if you're not so great in math. Okay, reading and writing I do fine, but math is not my thing. I took a beginning algebra. Still can't do it, but that's just the way it goes. All right. I mentioned the testing. Before you can register for your classes, you will speak with academic advising. And academic advising is going to tell you the kind of class that you can take based on your test scores, whether it's the SAT, the ACT, or the TSI 2. Those scores are good for, I believe they're good for 5 years. Okay, but you'll need to meet with academic advising. Academic advising has about a 24-hour period to turn around to contact you. They suggest that you email them or call them. If you call them, make sure you leave your phone number. Leave your phone number clearly, your telephone, and they'll give you a call back. If you have a quick question, you can hit the the live help, and you can chat with them there. As far as making an appointment, excuse me, they make their appointments 2 weeks in advance, 1 day at a time. So 2 weeks from today, you won't be able to make that appointment. You'll probably be able to, like tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, you'll be able to make an appointment for 2 weeks in advance, starting tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Okay. And then they have the booking policy as far as what kind of things you need when you do a face-to-face appointment. Okay. So if you are younger than the age of 22, we need proof of bacterial meningitis vaccination. You can email that to admission@ctcd.edu. That's if you're doing a face-to-face class. You have to have the proof of bacterial meningitis vaccination if you're younger than the age of 22. You have to have that vaccination if you take a class on Fort Hood, one of the Fort Hood campuses. If you do just a online class or virtual classes, the bacterial meningitis isn't necessary. But if you do maybe one class virtual and one class face-to-face, then you will need that as well. Okay. And that's really all I have as far as the application for admission is concerned. And Ms. Creviston is going to talk to you about how you can pay for college. So thanks everybody for joining us.
Right, everybody. Hi, my name is Pearl Creviston. I'm the Director of Financial Aid at Central Texas College, and I am here to help you figure out how to pay for all this stuff these people are telling you about. So it's really, really important that you know exactly what your financial aid status is. Do you have financial aid? You wouldn't believe how many people do a FAFSA application and never come see us and never get financial aid because they didn't complete the process. And it's really frustrating when you're getting ready to register. You know you did your FAFSA with Department of Education. They said, congratulations, here's what you're going to qualify for. And then they tell you, please contact your school. So you call admissions and you get admitted, you get everything done, you're all set, you're ready to go, you register for your classes, but you never contacted financial aid. And guess what? Your file was selected for a process called verification, and it may be 2 or 3 weeks before your aid file is complete. So don't ever wait to the last minute. Do your FAFSA and follow up with us within 3 to 5 days. We get your FAFSA application and are already sending you emails. If you don't check your Eagle mail or your current email address, if you don't know what you have on file, you'll have no idea that we're trying to get in touch with you. And that is how we contact students. It's via email. So for financial aid, I want to reiterate what both Dr. Clemens and Dr. Reese said about getting your associate's degree and sticking to the program. The worst thing you can do as a student is change your mind every semester and be undecided. Because what happens when you're receiving financial aid, we're paying for all these different classes. As long as they're required on your degree plan, we're giving you financial aid. That means you're using up your eligibility as you go along. So what happens to many, many, many nursing students especially is they don't get accepted right away into the specific nursing program that they want to be in. So they just take classes for something to do in between. And then all of a sudden, maybe a year and a half down the road, they get notified that they've been accepted. And then I send them a awful little letter that says, guess what? You're on max time frame. You've used up all your eligibility at CTC. That is the worst possible news you could get right before going into a nursing program. So please, if nothing else, find out what you want to be when you grow up as quickly as you possibly can and stick to it. Follow that degree plan like both of them said. Start from the top and work your way to the bottom and you'll have no issues. What's the point? I get a lot of students that come to me and they say, well, I'm getting a bachelor's degree. I don't really want an associate's degree. Well, let me tell you the point, especially coming from such a military background myself. We moved 16 times in 22 years. We lived all over the world. We never stayed any place for much longer than 6 months to a year and a half. So what does that mean? Well, I started my classes out at Coppers Cove High School. When I came here right out of high school and graduated, I took a few classes at CTC and then off I got married, moved around the world. Everywhere we went, I took a class when I could. But by sticking to a program, ultimately, at least I could say, I got my associate's degree. I finished the program. I didn't just take endless classes and have nothing to show for it. So as a military spouse and a military daughter before that, I can promise you that having an associate's degree shows an employer that you've at least accomplished something and you have a piece of paper to show it. Then you work on your bachelor's degree and eventually you'll get that finished as well. But the best thing you can do for yourselves is get on a program, stick with it, and complete those courses in order, and you should have no problem getting through an associate's degree or a certificate if that's what you want. So a lot of students are taking certificates in different departments that may only require a year. But what does that certificate mean? It means you're certified to do something in the workforce that a lot of employers are looking for. You're specialized now. For instance, as a welder, you're specialized as a welder with a welding certificate. You can get into the field and start earning some money right away. Without a certificate, just taking a few classes, your employer might say, well, that's great, but come back and see me when you're actually certified or when you actually have that degree, because that's what we need in this field. So sticking to a program is so very important, not just to finish the program, but to use financial aid wisely. I can promise you, and I'm sure there's several in this that can tell you that once you leave CTC, things only get more expensive in the education world. Try finishing your bachelor's. You're not going to pay $95 a credit hour for a bachelor's degree, for a master's degree, for a doctorate degree. All of those are going to continue to cost you a lot of money. So make sure you stick to a program, only take what you need and finish it. So real brief, I just want to say most of you that listen to me talk about financial aid understand the FAFSA is your first step in completing your eligibility to see what else you're qualified for. You have to start there. So you find out you get Pell Grant, you get student loans. It's my job My calling in life is to talk you out of student loans as long as I possibly can. And I promise you right now that CTC has a lot of free money we can give away to you. We have scholarships. We also have grants. And right now, one of the biggest is from the Department of Education, and it's for CARES grant. We have Carissa, we have ARP. Go to the CTC website and apply for these, especially if you're a current student right now. Maybe we put you in the nursing program on max time frame and said you can't get financial aid anymore. That doesn't mean you can't get ARP or you can't get Carissa. So find out what your other options are. CTC was given millions of dollars that we need to give out to students who were impacted by CARES grant, but a lot of you are not applying. So I've told you you're on a suspension or you're on a max time frame for financial aid, and I've cut you off. It doesn't mean you can't apply for these others and still qualify. So some students come in here and they find out on the FAFSA, well, you know what, my mom and dad made too much money and I don't qualify. Well, then all of a sudden COVID happened and a lot of people lost jobs. They were laid off, they were let go. So your income has changed tremendously from 2 years ago until current today. Come see me for what's called a special circumstance, and we can reevaluate your income to see if we can't qualify you for financial aid now. So Bruce, you put up the reskilling scholarships, financial aid, all this information is on our website. You could spend hours reading just the financial aid website because we put so much information out there because we want you to know what your options are. But number one, you have to be admitted. Number two, you have to do a FAFSA just so that we can see what your eligibility is. And number three, you have to take classes that are required for your degree plan and meet standards. So if you're struggling in classes and you're afraid you're going to fail everything, call tutoring, call student success, get a hold of someone, talk to your instructors and say, what else can I do? I don't want to fail these classes. I want to get through. Our goal is to get you educated in a timely manner and with as least amount of debt as possible. That's my debt. That's my goal in financial aid. I don't want you to get a student loan. I want to try and talk you out of it every chance I get. So you are going to have to get a student loan to continue your education at a much higher level than an associate. So don't do it here. I don't have anything else that I can think of unless some of you have questions, but financial aid can be reached always at financial.aid@ctcd.edu. And that comes directly to my inbox, just so you all know. Then I sort them all out and determine who can help you best in the financial aid office. So you all have processors that we assign you to for your files, and I will hook you up with your processor and get them in communication with you as soon as possible. So please don't ever not ask. If you have a question, I don't care how dumb you think it is, or how much you think you should know, or what your parents have even told you, come see me and let me talk to you about it, okay? And don't wait till the last minute. We can't wait to have you all. The new seniors are graduating. I'm already getting tasked to go out and see all these seniors in the high school, so you'll see me again many times, some of you. And I look forward to helping you in any way I can. Thank you so much and welcome to CTC if you're coming in new, and welcome back if you've been here before. Thank you.
Bruce, you're muted.
Bruce.
You're muted.
Sorry about that, my fault. Thank you, Pearl. We appreciate you. And she has shared a lot of great information about how you can go to school without incurring a lot of debt through our grants. So please explore those options and opportunities for you. So academic support is one thing Pearl mentioned as well. And that's one thing that we truly offer through our academic studio. And Mariceli, our director of student life, she will share some information about just how you can stay afloat.
All right. Thank you, Bruce. Do you have a video or no?
I think I do.
So while he's trying to pull up the video, I just want to talk to you a little bit. First of all, welcome, future Eagles! My name is Mariceli Vargas. I am the Director of Student Life and Activities, and part of what we make sure that you are aware of is that we're here for you. There's a lot of fun things to do on this campus, and also there's a lot of things that can support you and to make you successful as a student here, and we want to make sure that you're aware of them. So one of them is academic support, and it's the academic studio, and Bruce is going to show you the video real quick, and then I'll talk a little bit about it.
You may have enrolled as an individual, but once you become a student at Central Texas College, you're not alone. We have a variety of support services and resources to support you and help you succeed. CTC's Academic Studio Student Success Center is a one-stop shop for all your student needs. Students can receive academic advising in person and online tutoring and participate in study groups. Qualified students can take advantage of textbook lending and childcare assistance. As a college student, you'll spend a lot of time in the library, and ours offers a variety of services and resources to help keep you on track. Students can get help writing research papers and submit them for review free of charge. You can bring your own laptop or borrow one of ours, and if you need a quiet place to study, rooms are available on a first-come, first-served basis. If you have questions, the Ask a Librarian email service is available 24 hours a day, or if you need immediate responses to your questions, the live chat and text service can help. Bad at math? You're not alone. We offer a math lab that provides assistance with everything from college algebra to calculus. And if you need more help with math or any other subject, we offer online tutoring by appointment for up to 2 hours per day. Students with a qualifying documented disability can receive reasonable academic accommodations to include extended testing time, separate testing areas, note takers, and sign language interpreters. Please visit our webpage or visit us in person for more information. Worried about your options after you graduate? We've got you covered. Our Career Center offers career counseling, employment and recruitment services, job fairs, and more. And if you're not quite sure what career you'd like to pursue, use the Career Assessment tool to help you identify what you're good at and what careers are best suited for you. College can be overwhelming, but we are here to help. The Substance Abuse Resource Center offers individual and group counseling as well as information on how to deal with stress. Eagles may fly alone, but at CTC, we soar with you.
Yes, and that is exactly what we are here for. Basically, we are here to support you in any way that we can. These are the most common, commonly known and common support ways, but there are so many other things on campus that are for free that you just have to come and take advantage of. A little bit like what Pearl said, we have money to give away, just apply for it, you know, and the same thing with the services. You need help, just ask. That's what we need from you. And it's not just the staff, it's the faculty, it's everyone. That's what we're here for. And if you haven't realized it, we're a mix of faculty, staff, and you guys are the students or to be the students. So please take advantage of this. The library will actually, like, if you have a report, they'll check it for you for free and give you feedback and correct it. People pay for that, and you don't have to. It's for free. Like, actually, it's a service offered, and in 24 hours, they'll send it back to you and say, oh, fix this, this, this. And you can get a better grade just by asking a librarian. Crazy talk, right? And there's so many things that can happen to support you if we know about it. And so that's why we want to make sure that you're aware of that. The other thing that we have is there's fun things that you can do, and at the same time be able to create relationships that can last a lifetime. And I will tell you right now, you guys met Dr. Clemens. She is a sponsor of one of our clubs and organizations here on campus, and one of the most active ones, where she teaches you how to do what she learned how to do herself, and be successful, whether it be in a business or any entrepreneurship idea that you have. So use that, take advantage of it. And we have other clubs. It doesn't have to be just that. We have other opportunities. The beauty of it is, if you participate in a group like this, you are going to have like-minded students with you, a sponsor that can help you navigate some of these questions. I mean, I know more than once Dr. Clemens is not sure how to handle a situation from a student. She'll contact me and say, okay, I think I know what to do, but let me just verify. She'll send me an email. She'll call me and say, hey, I think this is what should be happening. Am I on the right track? Should I make sure this is what the student needs? Sure. Just then, that student got the benefit of 2 people actually giving them assistance, and all they did was go to their sponsor and say, hey, I need help in one thing. And just like that, every single sponsor, every single individual here at Central Texas College wants to help you. So please take advantage of it. The activities that we have on campus, and these are some of the clubs that we have, and I think Bruce is sharing these just as an example of options that we have available for you. And just in that same way, if you have questions on almost anything that you can come to me. I don't claim to know all the answers, but I do claim to know the people who know the answers. That I will give you. And so what I will do is that I will, for example, you come at me with something that I don't know, but I might know that, for example, Pearl Creviston has an answer, or Jeff has an answer, or Bruce has an answer, or Dr. Clemens, or Dr. Reese. So I will go out there and be like, oh, hey, I have this question and I don't know what to do. Can y'all help me? And pretty much every single time I get the answer, sure, and this is what it is, or this is who you need to talk to. It happens, but you just have to self-advocate, and that's kind of the crazy thing at this point. A lot of people are not used to it, and I will say it's not just to high schoolers. You come out of high school, and in high school they do everything for you. I'm going to talk to you vets too. You also come from an environment where they do everything for you, and they pre-think for you most of the time. So what you need to do is start talking for yourself and ask for some help. There's other populations that are not just youngins coming out of high school that sometimes need help navigating the system. And actually, 9 times out of 10, people just need help navigating a new system. It doesn't matter what that system is. It doesn't matter what's happening in your life. We're here to support you. We understand that life happens, that you're probably a student that has family and friends and a job, and you're trying to study and you're trying to work. I mean, people that you just met today have done all of that and more and got through it. Take advantage of their wisdom. Get tips from them. Ask them how they did it. What do I need to do to be successful? That's what we're here for, is to help you. And we have all these offices available to you that offer specific assistance, like employment assistance, like if you have a disability that with documentation, we might be able to assist you. We might be able to help you with tutoring. You have no idea how many students get in trouble. And then I talk to them and they're like, well, I just needed help. And I'm like, have you talked to a tutor? And they say, no. And these tutorings, we do them in person and we also do them virtually. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. You just need to schedule the time for it and get help. And that's what we're here for, is to help you, to assist you, to make sure you're successful, which is why, as part of student life and activities, I fall under the umbrella of student success and persistence, because we want you to be successful and persist to the point where you gain your goal. Part of the mission statement for Central Texas College is to make you employable. What? We want you to get a job eventually and become a working member of society? Crazy talk, but it's the truth. That's what we want. And definitely want to make sure we have. Can the math lab help with TSI Prep? Not necessarily the math lab, but I'm going to tell you, for TSI Prep, you can talk to them and they will help. They can help you because it does have some assistance, but there's 2 things. The academic studio, you can actually talk to them and they will help you with TSI Prep work. Also, in the library has a database that you can access from home once you have completed admissions, or you can actually use the computer and services from the library. You can log on and it actually helps you prepare online for the TSI. It gives you old tests and different documentation that you can use to practice for that TSI. So Jake, definitely go out there and either use the academic studio, which is where you get the tutoring and I'm going to ask Bruce to maybe try to get me a link for you and send it to you. And then the other place you want to talk to is the librarians. Talk to the librarians. Like I mentioned before, these librarians actually, they're not, they are kind of stereotypical in a way, in the sense that they really, love information and they really want to go out there, but they want to share it with you. And if you give them a chance, they're going to talk your ear off, and they're going to send you all these links and ways to help you. So use them and don't abuse them. We like them. But use them as much as you can, because that's what they're there for. And so if you are one of these individuals that need assistance, these are 2 locations that you can go to prepare for the TSI. Like if you already completed your admissions and went through that process, you talk to the advisor, or you're still in high school. You can be in high school, you can be anywhere in the world, and you say, I need more assistance with TSI because I need that test. That's it. You could talk to either one of them. They're going to tell you exactly what to do so that you can be prepared for that TSI, whether it be TSI is kind of broken up in language, English language, and then you have the math portion of it. You can access either, you can get help with either, or, get everything or just a little bit more. So please let me know if you have any other questions with that. See, this is the kind of information most people don't know. This is the tip. And Jake, you just got the tip that nobody else has. That's why these info sessions are important too. So thank you. Do you have any other questions, Jake? Because I know Jeff wants to tell you something about TSI, but in the meantime, you can type any more questions you have, or anybody else that's either watching us live or joining us from anywhere. Please type your questions, because that makes it way more fun. Yes, Jeff.
Jake, I don't know whether or not if you're in high school, but if you are at KISD, you can talk to your counselor and they will let you take the TSI probably at least twice. If you take it at the high school, it's free. But if you come here to CTC, it's going to cost you $25 to take. And what I would suggest is, if you do not take it in high school, take it as soon as you can, because everybody else is going to wait until August to take it, and it's by appointment only. Used to it was walk in, you could take it anytime you wanted. It's appointment only. But I suggest, if you're in high school, take it, talk to your counselor and take it, because it's free. Okay.
Okay.
Jake just tested
you're,
it
you're,
that
you're
he's
26.
26 years of
Okay.
age, so he's out
All
of
We're good.
KISD.
It's okay. It's okay, Jake. We got you. That's why we have a library and an academic studio for people like you that don't have a counselor at the high school. You need our support? That's what we're here for. Keep asking these questions. That's exactly what we need from you and everybody else. Because when you ask questions, whether they seem silly or not, you actually might get an answer that will help guide you through the process. It's really kind of a crazy concept, but we actually want to make this work for you. And then can you also include the library link, Bruce, for me, please? Because I
Yeah,
really want to make sure.
Yeah, I'll do that. I just sent, I put out there in the chat your email and my email. So Jake, if you have questions, Maricelli's email is there, my email is there, so you can send the questions to us and we will get you the right answers through the right people. And I will find you the library, if you'll bear with me one second here.
Yep.
Is there any specific about the library, or just the link
It's
itself?
the databases,
Okay.
but if he's not sure which database, and I can't remember, it's
I'll send them
it's
both.
something express, I want to say, because it makes me think of a train, but I could be wrong. So,
That
but
was
you can
Math Express.
ask a database, you can ask any of the librarians. They actually access the you can contact them from anywhere in the world. It'll tell you when they're online or not, or you can just email them and they'll get back to you, or call. Oh, you're face to face. If you're local, come see them. Oh, you better be prepared, Jake, though. They're going to talk your ear off, and that's okay, because they can help guide you through this process. That's the whole idea. Just come on over, talk to them. They'll show you in the computer how to access your database, which one it is, and they'll be super excited about it. I promise.
Yeah, I just put
we have the
the,
computers for it too. So they'll actually come, you can come in, they'll tell you this computer, come over here, let me show you how to access it, and you can work on it.
yeah, I just put the generic library email web address in there, as well as a database web address in there. So if you have questions about either one, you can use those links to get there.
Yeah, because you're not the only one. So I appreciate this question. I really do feel like a lot of times people watching, you don't want to ask questions because they feel like, oh my God, I don't want to. No, please, please let
Yeah,
us know.
Dick,
This is the time.
the tutoring is in there as well. I'll redo that one. Just one second. I put that in the chat, but here you go. That's where the academic studio is located um, for the tutoring.
And you
It's
can
in
just make
our
an appointment too.
student
You
center.
really want to make an appointment whenever possible, just to make sure that they have somebody available to you, because their tutors are part-time, and if you needed a specific time and you want to make sure somebody's going to be there, please reach out to them ahead of time so that they'll tell you, yes, we have somebody for you, or no, please come at this time, so that'll be better.
Right. And that building 220 is our student center. Very easy to find in the middle of campus there. So,
Yep, that's where I'm located. Best
and
building.
that should help you out. So,
I like
yeah.
this building. Access to food right across the way, access
The
to
important stuff.
tutoring, culinary area right behind me, except when I'm on a diet. That's when it's sad. It's really torture, but that's a different story. Anyway, so that's really all I have. If nothing else, just remember we're here for you. You're welcome to contact any of us and get your questions answered. And hopefully that will prompt you to get going on any questions or things that you might have, so we can make sure you're successful. That's all we want, honestly. Ultimately, if you're not successful, we're not successful. So that's what we want.
So, Marcel, you want to wrap up with that video about the whole generic kind of life at CTC, so to speak?
Sure.
All right. Let me see if I
Let's
can.
wrap it up, and that way, if anybody has any more questions while Bruce shows us this video, it's a perfect time to think about it. Type them in.
All right. Let
Let's
me
get it rolling.
enlarge the screen here. And here we go.
All right, so that was some of the information that we have just in general in some of the places. These are on our central campus here in Killeen, for those of you that might be watching from afar. And I had the question here, what about the disability support? Could they help? Of course they can help. Here's the thing with disability support services, the main thing is that you need to make sure that you have medical documented information. So you can't just come in and say, I have a disability, and they're going to be like, okay, let me give you all these things. No, you have to provide the documentation to make sure that that you can actually that you have this disability, kind of what it entails, so that they can figure out what is actually the assistance that can be offered. Now, here's the other thing that happens, because we're at a college, and for those of you maybe that are in the high schools, and I know it's not your case necessarily, but for other people that may know, the documentation that you have at the high school may or may not be the ones that we require. So if you're moving from high school to college, the documentation will probably be different. Maybe not all of it, but a lot of it is. And so you need to contact our disability support services to make sure that you're getting the assistance that you need. One of the main things that, like I said, people don't understand is that there is a difference. And our accommodations are different. As a college student, you're expected to be independent, and you're expected to do things on your own as much as possible. There are accommodations, but they have to be what's called reasonable for a college experience. So a lot of the accommodations might be maybe extra time with testing or a specific environment for testing, but it doesn't mean that you're going to necessarily have somebody with you at all times, unless it's, for example, you need a sign language interpreter or something of that nature. So it varies on what the disability is, and that's why they need the documentation to be able to figure out what kind of assistance you're going to need. I did include the links. The links are in the chats, so make sure that you have those. You can look at it. That website has a lot of information, and it tells you exactly what is required, who you can contact, and how you can get the most up-to-date information with regards to what's necessary and the accommodations that are considered reasonable. So please make sure that you look at it through. You can contact the department directly, and these individuals will assist you in figuring out, yes, that documentation, that piece of paper from the doctor is good. That 501 plan from the high school may not be good. And they'll tell you exactly what they require and what they need based on the disability. We don't talk about the details because basically, just so that you know how it works, is the Disability Support Services receives the documentation, and they really don't tell anybody what your disability is. What they'll do is they will contact the faculty members and give you a piece of paper or email you something that says these are your accommodations, and they'll tell the faculty members what your accommodations are. But that does not mean that the faculty will know your specific disability. That just means they know what they have to do for you to be able to assist you. If you do not have that piece of paper, or they have not received it from the Disability Support Services office, they do not have to make the accommodations. You have to self-report. So it's really important that you advocate for yourself, talk to them, and say, hey, this is what I need. Can you please help me with this? And then together with that office, you will figure out what is considered reasonable for us, make the accommodations, and go from there. Okay? I hope that answers the questions.
Any other questions or comments out there? I have none here in the WebEx, and Marisol, you're shaking your head that nothing there. So, well, a couple of things in closing. Thank you all so much for this great information. And again, I'm going to ramble on for just a second about some things. So if you have a question, now's the time to think of it and ask it or type it in the chat. First things first, if you're new to, if you're coming to CTC or you are at CTC and you're thinking about transferring, for example, if you're a high school senior and you're going to go to CTC and then you're going to go beyond to a four-year school, we have a transfer fair next Monday, the 18th of October from 1 to 3 p.m. in the campus center. We'll have representatives from four-year schools here to talk to you about transferring. So if you're looking forward that far ahead for a four-year school, you can meet with some of them. figure out what classes you need to take here at CTC that will transfer seamlessly to that four-year university of your choice. So that's a good free option for you to kind of start planning ahead academically. So I would jump on that if I were you. Also, if you missed anything in this presentation or you want to review anything that we talked about in this presentation, we'll have it available for you on YouTube later on today. So you can pull up the CTC YouTube channel and it will be there, information session 10/12/21. So the information that Mariceli and Dr. Reese and Dr. Clemens and Jeff shared with you, all that will be out there for you to review and rehash. And again, if you joined us late, it'll be good news for you. So, all right. So we appreciate you taking the time to be with us. We hope to see you here on campus or at least online and have you as an Eagle. And if there's any questions that we can help, we put our contact information. I know Jeff has put his email in the chat. Mariceli and I put our email in the chat. So we will look forward to fielding some questions for you, and we will get you to the right person if we don't have the answer for you. So any last words of wisdom, Dr. Reese or Mariceli or Jeff?
Ask questions. Make sure to ask questions if you have any. We are all here to support you and are anxious to hear from you.
Yes, indeed. And that's the one key, because a lot of times our people don't know that you're struggling or you're having these issues unless you ask. So don't assume that we know something. You've got to, like Mariceli said, advocate for yourself, ask those questions. Any other last words of wisdom, any nuggets of wisdom from you guys? All right. Well, thank you all so much for being a part of this WebEx today, this information session. And again, we hope to see you as a CTC Eagle in some shape or form or fashion, either online or here on campus, either at the Fort Hood campus, the Central campus, or one of our continental sites, or worldwide, even for that matter. So we'd love to have you. So again, reach out to us if you have questions. So thank you all so much. That concludes our program for today. Take care.
Thank you.